These few next minutes could change your entire life. So if you want success, happiness, more time, more freedom, more money, listen up, right? So if you want to get to your goals and accomplish your goals as fast as humanly possible, faster than you can even imagine, you need to optimize your life, right? So lock in for the rest of this video. Click off. If you click off, you're going to keep doing what you're normally doing, and just maybe you'll hit your goals one day. Maybe not. I don't know. The choice is yours, but I'm going to get to it. So you need to understand what is optimizing, how can this help you achieve your goals as fast as humanly possible, right? So optimization is about making the most effective use of something, right? So today we're going to talk about optimizing you, right? So your time, your health, your wealth, your relationships, absolutely everything in your life. And the reality is, like, if you don't know what optimization is, and if you aren't optimizing, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, and most importantly, you're wasting your potential every day without even knowing it, right? And you don't want to wake up in your deathbed, realize that you could have done so much, but you choose to be complacent, right? So, to make real progress in life, you need to focus on these 5 key areas based on my current perception. So, time, awareness, health, wealth, happiness, right? So, think about it. What's like the point of having money? Like, you can have the most money in the world, but if you're not healthy, you can't spend that money, right? So, that's why one of the key areas of life is health, right? What's the point of having time if you're not happy, right? You need balance, right? And I'm gonna tell you exactly how, a roadmap step by step to optimize every single one of these areas. And when you do, you're gonna see almost immediate results, right? So 5 areas, right? We have time. This is non-renewable, right? You can always have more money, right? But you can't get more time. Literally, billionaires would rather switch places with you to get the time you have, depending on how old you are, right? Because they can never buy their time back. They can buy more health to live longer, but they can't buy that time back, right? So like optimizing your time is one of the biggest things because it's all about getting laser focused on what matters and cutting out everything else. So the next aspect is, awareness. And by the way, keep listening. I'm gonna break down how you can create like a bulletproof framework and optimize each of these areas. But I'm just explaining it so we can both be on the same, understanding and page. Because if we aren't, there's miscommunication, and you aren't going to be able to understand my perspective and why I'm able to accomplish so much at such a young age. If you don't know, name's Derek. Basically, um, I don't like to brag too much about myself, but just take a look at my other videos so you can see my work ethic, what I do, and yeah. So awareness is the ability to know where you're at and what's holding you back. So like without awareness, you're just drifting in life, right? A lot of people, if you look around, they're literally bots. They're running on the same scripts and programming that were ingrained by the education system, by their parents, by external forces, right? To just be, operating and being this script, this bot that just walks around on autopilot. So like you need to be aware of the things you're doing that's draining you. And this is why people like have such high ambitions yet they don't do anything about it. And this is because of awareness, right? They feel like and they know that the distractions are pulling them away from their goals, right? And if you struggle with any of these things, one of these 5 pillars, like I said, you're going to instantly improve in these next few minutes. So, health, one of the biggest things, it's a vehicle in your life, right? It's the really true home you live at, right? So, like, if you're not optimizing your health, you're limiting every other area. So, mental health, physical health, nutrition, and all feeds your energy and focus, right? Wealth, now it's not just about money. Many people associate wealth with money, but it's about actually creating value. So, optimizing your wealth is figuring out how to create more value, build more skills, be more, you know, you know, actually working harder. I mean, working smarter, not harder, right? So it's about using all this knowledge, this experience, and this is why people that like billionaires, like top CEOs, can literally go broke. Like their business could go to zero, but they can rebuild it back up in just a few months, right? Because they already have all the knowledge, all the skills, all the lessons, all the mistakes they learned, right? Happiness. Now, it isn't the goal. It isn't the end goal. Many people, this is a common misconception. They think happiness is the end goal. It's actually the journey, right? So optimizing happiness is about building a life that feels fulfilling day in, day out, right? Not when you're constantly chasing like the next dopamine hit. Now, like I said, I'm going to create and I'm going to break down a bulletproof framework for optimization so you can optimize every single one of these areas, see immediate results, accomplish your goals as fast as humanly possible, sooner than you can even expect, right? I'm also going to share this one overlooked habit that's probably holding you back in your life without even realizing it. It's simple but powerful, but yeah, I'll share that soon. So, how do you actually optimize each area of your life? Well, you need to start by auditing your day, having awareness, right? So, where's your time going? Is it going to, high value activities? Is it getting you close to your goals? Or are you scrolling, binge watching, or wasting time on things that don't serve you? So you can't optimize something until you see it first. Like you have to understand it. So like one way to optimize your time is to block it, right? So I create specific time slots for tasks. So like no distractions, no multitasking. It's just focus work. And you'd be absolutely shocked. I'm shocked myself, like how much I can actually get done when you're not splitting your attention. You're just focusing all on one thing. And it's good to mention if you're not controlling your time, somebody else is. Every minute you spend on distractions is time stolen from your future self. You're literally stealing time from your future self. So blocking time essentially guarantees that you're investing in your future, not somebody else's, right? And this forces discipline. If you don't know, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So don't let wasted minutes become years, like wasted years. And then awareness. So like awareness is, like I said, is like understanding what's holding you back. So to optimize your awareness, take 5 minutes every day. Ask yourself, what am I doing that's keeping me stuck? You can't fix anything you're not aware of, like I said earlier. So if it's negative thoughts, bad habits, limiting beliefs, awareness is the first step to change it all. So literally start keeping track of your distractions. Write everything down that pulls you away from your work or your goals, and once you become aware, you can start eliminating them. And we'll also talk about how to do that. But if you're not aware of any roadblocks in your life, you're just going to crash into them. Awareness is absolutely everything. The moment you start like tracking what's pulling your attention away, whether it's like notifications, useless conversations, self-doubt, you can start actually removing them, right? And it's not just about managing tasks and ensuring that you work the hardest or you work the best or you feel the best. It's literally about managing your own mind, which correlates into every single aspect of life. So like without awareness, you're literally running on autopilot, and autopilot leads to nowhere. You don't know where it's going. And that's really not the life I want to live. I want to be in control. And then also health optimization. Your mind and body is connected. Like your body is running on what you believe from your mind. There's studies on this, and if people believe they are sick, their body literally thinks it's sick. But if somebody thinks it's like they're healthy, the body believes that. It's crazy. Look into it. Also, look into epigenetics. That's very interesting. I'll talk about it in other videos, but basically, the two are connected. So you can't expect to be at your peak performance in life, whatever you're doing throughout the day, if you're surviving on caffeine or junk food. Everything is an energy input from information and actual food, right? And water and air and radiation. But optimize your health is a foundation for everything else. If you do not prioritize it, first off, you're going to regret it later in the future because nothing else will matter if you don't have the energy to make things happen or use the fruits of your labor that actually, manifest it into reality. If you don't have health, like I said, you could be the richest person, but if you can't do anything with that, what's the point? If you're like a super strong bodybuilder that has bulging muscles, but you can't stretch or you can't like stretch the back of your body, you can't do that, right? It's about ensuring there's a delicate balance to everything. So like you don't need to overcomplicate health. You don't need to be Arnold. You don't need to be super whatever other people's expectations are, right? You don't need like a 90-day fitness challenge. You don't need a super strict diet. Like just commit slowly. Start simple, like 15 minutes a day of just walking, stretching, or doing a quick workout. That's how I started. That's how I'm, in shape now, and actually built myself up to that, right? So when you like do small things, they add up. But the same thing is with like good and bad things, right? So like if you do eat junk food like every single day, that's gonna add up. But if you eat like healthy food instead of junk food, that'll add up too. So, but you don't want to go strict, right? Because that's you have to slowly change your paradigm, and that's through repetition. So you just need to be, like cutting out one unhealthy food or one unhealthy habit at a time, right? So your energy is going to skyrocket, and when you feel good, you perform better in every area of your life. So happiness, you know, awareness, time, health, wealth, stuff like that. Basically, everything. But the next optimization aspect is a more in depth is wealth. Like I said, it's not just about the money you have in the bank. It's about the value you bring to others, the marketplace, the value you create for yourself. So like if you want to make more money, you need to become more valuable. You need to ask yourself, how can I become more valuable? It's not about asking yourself, okay, how can I make more money? It's about how can I become more valuable? And you become valuable by solving problems for people, which alleviates pain, right? It's very simple. So you can't expect to 5x your income doing the same thing you're doing. So like you need to think long term. Literally invest in yourself. Become the person that delivers, 5x more value because it's going to be directly correlated to your income, right? Value equals money essentially. Now, if you want to know the fastest like trick to double your income or like triple your income, ask yourself one question. And I'm going to tell you that question. So that question is very, very funny because nobody asked this, but it's like, who do I need to become? What skills do I need to master? What problems do I need to solve for others? The marketplace pays for solutions to problems that alleviates pain, right? So if you're not growing, you're falling behind. You need to figure that out. Figure the answers to the questions I just gave you. And, you're going to see immense growth. The last area is happiness. Now, many people correlate happiness with comfort, but it's not just about avoiding stress. It's about growth. It's about pushing yourself to become more than you are when you woke up. Right? You go to sleep feeling like satisfied that I gave it my best. Right? Look at the most fulfilled people in life. They don't live an easy life, but they're the ones that challenge themselves. Right? These people challenge themselves. They face adversity and they come out stronger. And that's true happiness. Right? That's true fulfillment. So, if you want true happiness, you need to optimize your life around meaningful growth. So, it just starts with designing life in a way that fits your values, right? If you're not happy with your current situation, start small, change your daily routine very, very slowly. Surround yourself with the right people that uplift you. Don't try to force everything at once. Just do small changes in the right direction that compound over time. And soon enough, you'll see how much your life is, shifted. So the framework for optimization, very simple. First, you want to define, okay, what are my goals? If you don't have specific goals, you're drifting. You need to understand where you're going. You need to have that GPS in your life. Long term, short term, make them emotionally charged. You need to feel something when you think about your goals because emotions drive action. So step one is write down the short term and long term goals. Make them specific and vivid. What does your dream life look like? Who are you? What do you have? What do you do daily? Who are you around? How do you feel? What actions do you take? The next step is to identify all distractions and problems in your life. You cannot fix what you don't see, so pay attention to what's pulling you away from your goals, whether that's social media, Netflix, procrastination, toxic relationships. Right? The first step is eliminating these problems, these distractions, is through awareness. That's the first step. The last step is asking yourself, what is the version of me who already achieved, the goals that I want? What does this person think, act, and live? And you need to adopt those habits, that mindset today, right now. That's the last step. But think about it. Knowing this information is not going to change your life. It's you. You're the one that needs to start and take action today. That's the first step, right? You don't expect to change. You actually need to do it yourself. And I can give you some examples of how I actually use this optimization myself, right? So let's look at your goal. Goal is to 5x, right? I'm gonna ask myself, okay, what services do I need to provide to others to command that level of income, that 5x level of income, right? Who do I need to become to deliver that value? But possibly that's new skills I need to develop, or I need to position myself in a different way, right? Have more authority. So Like some people think like if you want to double your income, you just need to charge higher prices. But to charge higher prices, you need to deliver more value, right? Think about like the top 1% of any industry. They didn't get there doing what everybody else is doing. They optimize themselves and what they offer. So for example, like if I'm building a YouTube channel like this, I'm gonna ask myself, how can I consistently provide the best value for the viewer? How can I ensure that my content attracts more viewers and keeps them coming back? And most importantly, how can I actually become the person who creates content that just connects deeply with people? Right? This is how I use this optimization framework inside my own life. And you're gonna see me like actions speak louder than words. You're gonna see me just blow up. It's gonna be crazy. And this video is gonna be proof. So like I said, look at your life. Figure out what are you lacking, what's one area that's holding you back the most, and start with that. You don't want to overwhelm yourself trying to change everything at once. Just start with 1 to 2 habits that you can improve right now. Probably find the easiest and most important ones. Write down a list of all the distractions, all the habits in your life, all the low value tasks you're wasting your time on. Then make a list of your important goals, and then find a nice, balance between the distractions and the goals, and start eliminating the things that are holding you back. Now, the overlooked habit I mentioned earlier, bro, it's the cheat code to getting rich. It's literally consistency. It's not just rich, it's about success in all 5 aspects of life. So just because something is simple doesn't mean it's easy. Like you can find 1 or 2 habits, but if you don't repeat them every single day, they won't become part of you and you won't actually see results. So you need to have consistency. And when it comes to like figuring out what to optimize, look at the difficulty and importance of the things you need to optimize in your life, right? Everybody has different scenarios, different situations in their life, so that I can't give you like a tailored answer. That's for you to think, and you need to actually think. And if you don't think, nobody's coming to save you, bro. This video is just a catalyst for you to think yourself. I'm not going to save your life, right? That's up to you. You possess the power. You possess the power to still listen to me right now. Like you're choosing what information goes into your conscious mind and what doesn't. I could be yapping, but you're choosing to still listen, right? And that whole point is like, you choose. The habits are in your life. You choose everything in your life. Your entire life was a collection of every single thought, action, emotion you felt led you up to this moment right now. So you have the power to change that. But it starts with awareness. It starts with taking action today, right? Because if you want to reach your fullest potential and not be on your deathbed realizing you could have done more and you regret some things that you didn't do, you need to start optimizing your life today, right? It's about small, consistent changes. I'm not saying, completely go on a strict diet or completely start working 24/7. I'm saying make small, consistent changes in the key areas of your life that will compound over time. So you don't need to wait for the right moment. I was so caught up in the belief that, it needs to be the right moment. I need to have this. I need to do this. But that's a complete lie. You need to analyze your own logic. Start optimizing your time, your awareness, your health, and your happiness right now. Like I said, take 5 minutes, write down your top 3 goals. Figure out one small habit you can start or get rid of that will bring you closer to them. And that's all I got. Peace, boys.